What's up guys, and welcome back to another video for the, I believe it's called the Pro Championship, just on the MyMX Bikes website. I literally just looked at it today and signed up for it last minute. I'm a bit rusty at the moment because I've just come back from having 5 days off. I had a weekend away with my girlfriend, so any of the videos that you saw in the last 5 days or so, I pre-recorded them all before I went. So forgive me if I fuck up a lot. This is the 2019 MXGP of Trentino, which thankfully I'm very familiar with because this track I played for about a week straight leading up to the MX Bikes of Nations that happened a month or two ago. So I'm hoping some muscle memory will kick in and I'll be able to do some qualifying. I'm aiming for lap times 37 and under, and that's what I would be happy with. I think that's what the top guys will be running for this track. I'm going to need to concentrate a little bit more than normal just because I've had about half hour on the game before this started just to freshen myself up a bit. It's always hard when you take a few days off. Usually you wouldn't make that much of a deal, just 5 days, but you just kind of lose your flow overall, so it's nice to play kind of every other day at least. I don't know if I'll be doing every round of this series. There seems to be a fair amount of sign-ups and some good people signed up, so hopefully the racing will be good. I'll be recording the motos as well anyway, just to get them uploaded. I don't really want to talk a whole lot about the past week or so in this video, because I'd like to make just a separate video for that kind of the ride and chats that I do. I might do one of those each week and just go over the channel and how things are going. You can see at the top left at the moment, the practice lap time I ran was a 36:12, which I would be really happy with to run as a qualifier on that. And it seems a lot of time the qualifying doesn't go as well as practice, it just seems to be how it goes. But yeah, fingers crossed. This doesn't seem to be a terrible, just like, base lap to work off of. It's always nice just getting one lap in straight away before you try going for anything mad. So that's a 37.3, I think, yeah, 37.3. So that's nice, I can work off of that, try and beat that each lap. And I don't think I've done horrendously in any sections either, so it's always good working towards greening each section after you set a base lap. Just helps you putting a whole lap together. Thankfully there's no collisions in this server, otherwise I'll be running into the back of Westwall in a second. I'll talk you through the lines a little bit actually on the next lap, because I noticed this track, I played this track so much, I tried every single line so many times to see what I thought was faster. I do seem to take a lot of different lines for everyone else, like just there, going around the outside of Westwall there, a lot of people seem to go on the inside but I stay to the outside. But yeah, the next round I'll kind of talk through the lines and such. Not sure how many people have this track. I feel like a lot of people only downloaded it for the Nations event, so if you wasn't picked for it, there was no reason to play it. But it is a really fun track. This was made by Toxic Angelos. He does a lot of races as well, and he's done a really good job. I don't know how many tracks he's made other than this, but it's a really good flowing track, pretty true to the real life track as well. One thing I will say about this track though is it's one of those where if you make the tiniest mistake in a corner it can lose you so much time. It's quite a fast track, you lose a lot of time for the next straight or the next corner or two if you mess up one corner. And that was a really good lap, I'm happy with that. So I've got 0.4, I hope 0.4 litres, I hope you're around a lap. So I think everyone takes the inside there, and there's no ruts in this line, so just apex to apex, stay as low as you can over the jump. You can launch this one to flat without losing the front end. Sometimes it washes away and you can't do anything about it. But I prefer the outside line here when the track is smooth, and then when the track gets a little bit rougher, that inside line actually becomes more viable, it gets built up a bit and holds you in better, so it ends up being faster. Scrub these two, self-explanatory, stay low. Go around this, because I feel all the time you're in the air, you're not moving forwards enough. See, I gained a lot of time there. Around the outside here as well, a lot of people go inside, but again I feel like on a 250 at least it gives you a better, what am I trying to say, a bit of slingshot up the straight. Inside here, just scrub again, and I find the inside here is very difficult to brake for and turn for. You're much safer going to the outside, and it gives you a good run up the hill as well. I think everyone goes inside there, inside down here as well. Quite easy to wash the front end out on the exit of that corner, especially when it gets rough, so you have to be mindful of that, not to turn too tight. This jump's very easy to OJ, so you have to make sure you hit it at just the right speed. And I cased it that time, so there you go, shows how easy it is to hit it up both ways. I'm a long way off my lap time here. Inside, you can launch this as far as you want. As long as you land front wheel high, you're never gonna crash off of that. And then it's just inside, trying to blow this inside right, which I must have done hundreds of times when I was practicing for the Amex of Nations. There's a lap. Oh, I'm not going to do another one, I've only got 0.2 litres in there. I hate to say it this early, but I think it's going to be very, very difficult for me to beat that lap. That went way smoother than I expected. Let me see what my ideal is. So my ideal's only just better than it. Usually if my ideal's a good half a second or so, I'll just keep pounding out the laps because there's a lot of room for improvement. But if my ideal's only 0.1 up as well, there's a whole lot of point to keep going and going and going. And I'm not entirely sure how long this qualifying is, if it's 20 minutes or 30 minutes. I think it's 20. I'm hoping it's 20 at least anyway, because I'm meant to be doing a Supercross race once all this racing is done. So I'd like a bit of time to practice before that starts. I think I'm going to have about half hour for that as well. I still need to download a track actually. The track got announced earlier, which I haven't downloaded. This is a good start. 3 up already in the first second. Let's see if we can keep that going. I'm going to shift up before I land there because I keep finding I hit the rev limit before the corner and having to shift. Oh god, right, okay. Right, let's see if we can do that again. So yeah, the last 2 laps I noticed when I landed off of that almost like ski jump drop off type thing, I was landing in 3rd gear and I was revving out before getting to the corner. So I was either shifting up or just leaving it revving out, which was wasting a bit of speed, so try shifting up to full before I get to it. That'll save me a tip or so. It's just little things like that on tracks like these where they're so fast and there's such small mistakes being made where you can gain time, you just have to be perfect. It's another good start, it's an even better start than last lap actually. Right, shift up to 4th, back down to 3rd for the corner, don't swap out, take off the low side, jumped a bit wide there, that would be nice, getting closer to the inside, stay low off that, still 0.4 up, this is good. I think my best round here is about 35.6, I want to say. I've got a video on YouTube somewhere of how fast that round is, but I can't actually remember off the top of my head what it was. I'm going to try soaking this up and doubling out, and then see if I can accelerate. Yeah, I think that seems to be a bit better. What I was doing was going double and then single, and it makes the corner a bit more difficult sometimes because I'm jumping into it. And I think that was a bit better where I went double, check up a bit, so I single and then double out. Oh, 0.7 up, this is a flying that. I beat my best ever lap time, just MX bikes beta 16 things. I don't know what it is about this beta, like, everything kind of feels the same, but everyone just seems to be beating lap times and going faster. I don't know what it is. Maybe a bit more confidence in the front end not tucking as much. Oh, a bit of a sloppy last corner, that's annoying. That's a 0.6 something. Oh no, 0.59, there you go. I'm pretty sure that's my fastest ever lap time around it. So yeah, beta 16 coming in clutch. Let me see. I can't remember if I went green in every section there. 35.501. Oh, I can barely beat it. Let me see. Refresh the tyres. Can't go any lower than 1. I'm riding the Honda in on this track, purely on the basis of I know I had a really good setup around here on the Honda when I'd done Nations. I tried the Kawasaki for like 2 laps and I just couldn't get it to work properly, so I used this and instantly feel good again. But I usually don't notice much of a difference between the Kawasaki and the Honda, so it must just be down to setup. And it's a bit annoying that you can't transfer suspensions between bike brands and do it from bike to bike on each track. I might have to, maybe I'll take the time at some point to load up the Honda, maybe not note down what my suspension is, and then just manually go over it on the Cowie and get it as close as possible. And not all bikes you can get exactly the same suspension on, and just because that's how the brands are made. It's going to be very hard to beat that lap time just because everything felt so perfect. Checking up, doubling out, I do things a bit faster. It's corner's very difficult to brake for. I feel like I brake way too late. It's these few little bumps here before you get to the turn that really throw me off. Go over it as well, you lose so much time. It's a good second or so that you lose from going over the rut. And there's really no point to these insides. It's so bumpy getting into it that you have to slow down so much, and then you just get a really crap run uphill afterwards. Same here, there's no point on the outside around here. It's a bit annoying because when it comes race time and there is someone that's maybe just a little bit slower than you in front of you, it's very hard to pass them taking different lines than the optimum line. Oh, over the bars, over the bars, over the bars. Oh, that's close. Was it Victor saying something in chat earlier? Oh. Sorry, Victor. Quite an empty lobby, to be honest. It'd be interesting to see how many people show up for the race. I know there was 2 or 3 qualifying groups, and they usually have about 24 in each. It just depends who shows up. A lot of people will just register for the race in case they can make it, and then not actually make it. I think to save you sitting here watching 20 minutes of me talking out my arse and not actually doing fast laps, I'm going to try once or twice more to put down a heater. And if it doesn't go too well, I'll just put it there purely because of how fast that lap was. I say I've spent hundreds of laps on this track before for Nations, and I've beaten that lap time, so I can't see myself going much faster. Down the track. Fuck. What's up? That's annoying. Yeah. That lap away, I went too fast to the outside of that corner, which throughout my entire flow. I found one place there where I gained time, which I did in that lap. It was after those long rollers and you turn right, I managed to brake a lot harder than usual going into the corner. Usually I worry about sliding out or just getting really weird over the bumps, but it seemed to handle it alright. So I'm just going to finish the lap and go straight off the back foot just so I've got less fuel than usual as well. And if this lap is up, then I'll just go there. There's no point carrying on over and over again. I'm happy with the lap time as it is. No, I'm going to call it there. Didn't have a whole lot to talk about in this video, so just trying to talk about what I was doing. But thank you for everyone that is still here and has been watching the videos this last week or so. I've woken up every single morning and it's just been nuts seeing the amount of comments and subs and likes. The support is greatly appreciated and it gives me more reason to keep going and keep doing this. And I'm enjoying it whilst I do it. So yeah, until next time, please like and subscribe, keep doing what you guys are doing. Hope you've enjoyed, and peace.